Right. Let's continue with that and speak now with the Southern African Institute of Government Auditors CEO, Russel Morena. Mr. Morena, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. As we were observing the Finance Minister, very cool in terms of demeanor, looking rather confident and calm ahead of the delivery of the budget speech come at 2 p.m. Maybe firstly, let's start with the work that your organization does. Just give us some perspective.
Afternoon, Dudu, and thank you for giving us the opportunity. What we do as SAIGA, our organization, we contribute to the public. In fact, we serve the public interest by certifying and developing professionals who perform audit in the public sector. And these professionals, we call them RGAs, which in full is a registered government auditor.
Some of the key auditing issues, especially where the public sector is concerned, what are some of these people faced with?
You know, most of the key auditing issues, even if you look at the Auditor General's report, either the recent one or even many which came before that one, you'll see that there has always been an issue of not having adequate or effective internal controls to be able to monitor progress and to monitor and track or identify issues of fraud.
Mr. Morena, I do beg your pardon. Please allow me to just come in there. If you could just hang 10 for us this as we go back to Cape Town and just see what it is that the Finance Minister is doing on your screen. Hello and welcome to it. This is the Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana. In about an hour or so, he's going to be delivering that budget speech, and we're definitely going to be bringing it to you here on the channel. Mr. Morena, let's come back to you. Thank you very much for your indulgence. You were still highlighting some of the challenges that are faced by some of the auditors when they take a look at the public sector.
Yes, indeed. So I've mentioned earlier on issues to do with the inadequate internal control measures, which are supposed to be able to assist the state to monitor progress in terms of what is expected, and also to identify and look at the issues of fraud and corruption, to be able to detect where there are issues, so that then those can then be minimized. And the other areas which are always a concern is that the actual preparation of the financial reports in some instances are not prepared based on the required standards, and the other areas include whereby they lack of leadership to show willingness to deal with the issues that are there in the public sector. So there are many which can be highlighted. However, I thought that these ones are in fact key, and they are the ones that are contributing to many issues which we have in our country.
You speak of identifying issues of fraud and corruption before they happen. South Africa currently is plagued by fraud and corruption, especially at the highest echelons, if you will. Now, your organization is looking forward particularly to the Finance Minister talking about youth unemployment. All these monies that have been siphoned off could definitely go into, doing some work where that is concerned. So as we speak of expectations ahead of the budget speech, how do you propose that the minister addresses this?
From our side, we looking like we've had the speech by the president, and we believe and we are confident that the focus will be on putting together measures and the ideas as to how to address the issues of high unemployment and also the issues of skills development. And the president spoke about that as well in his speech. The issues of skills development, especially for youth in our country, is a big one. And the only way to address that involve both the private sector and the public sector by ensuring that the minister in his budget that there is enough allocation going towards skills development programs, which can also be rolled out through the SETAs, and also to provide incentives or much reliefs to the companies that are willing to host or employ young people, because these are the young people who are sitting at home, graduated, not having job opportunities. So we believe that if the focus is on skills development and high unemployment, then in a year or two or so, we will see a much better country, although that in the short term we will not deal with a lot of issues which we have, but this will be a contribution which will all be happy to see, especially as a cycle. So yeah, 1 hour to go. We're looking forward to hear the minister touching base on those ideas as to how then is government going to assist in the high unemployment.
Russel Morena is the CEO of the Southern African Institute of Government Auditors. Thank you very much for bringing us your expectations with